G'day guys, Scratchy here, Scratchy Speed Shop. First of all, I'd just like to say a big thank you to all of my 150 subscribers. Yeah, that's awesome. Big thank you guys. I feel honoured to not only be a part of the community, but to have 150 subscribers. That's pretty good. I'm very happy with that. Thank you guys. This is just a bit of a chat basically. There's a couple of questions getting around YouTube at the moment. One from Aaron Newlands, which is why I model, why I build models. Basically, as what everyone does as a kid, you get some models, you put them together, slap a bit of paint on them, and there you go. As life goes on, you end up sort of, most of us anyway, end up dropping the hobby, and as everyone in the community knows, you sort of pick it up later on in life if you're interested again. My grandfather was in World War II, so I've always had a fascination with anything military World War II. He was in the British Navy, but for some reason I just liked planes. I did one Spitfire when I was a kid. The rest of the models that I did were all cars, things like that. But planes have always been a big interest for me anyway. So when I got back into this hobby, that was what I started doing, was planes. And if you go back through my archives, you'll see a video there on a few of the planes that I've done so far. So yeah, that's sort of where it stems from, is basically my grandfather and serving in the British Navy in World War II. Since then, like getting back into it and that with the planes and stuff, then found the YouTube community, and started watching, of course, your Dr. Crankies and Dave Parker's Atomic Dogs, Jar Performance, Paul Turley, Fast Jimmy, Chevy Cheeseburger, Excellent 12, and these guys just absolutely blew me away, and it's that got me back into doing cars, pretty much. So big thank you to all those guys for inspiring me, and also the rest of you guys out there that are still inspiring me and blowing me away with what you guys are doing. I'm just trying to sort of build my skills up to a level that I'm happy with, and that I hope you guys get some enjoyment out of my builds as well. So that's, yeah, sort of in a nutshell why I took up modelling again, was the World War II factor. And then that brings me to the other question, which is from Jen Hayer from Northview Model Shop, and that's your bucket list. What models do you have to do before you kick the bucket? Now for me, there is only one model that is on my bucket list. I've got hundreds out there that I want to do and would love to do, but there's only one that's on my bucket list. And I've just ordered that from England, from White Ensign Models. So hopefully in a week or so it should be here. And that's the HMS Musketeer, which is a M-class destroyer. And that actually is the ship that my grandfather served on. So that's hence why it's on my bucket list, and pretty much the only one that I have to do. So yeah, that kind of covers that as well. And again, all revolving around my grandfather, why I'm modelling and what's on my bucket list. Just got a couple of quick funny stories for you from when my grandfather was serving. The first ship that he was on was actually the HMS Puffin. It was a little cruiser. Now, my grandfather ended up becoming very seasick, believe it or not, in the Navy, becoming seasick on the cruiser, so he put in for a transfer, which is when he got onto the Musketeer. Now, before he did that on the Puffin, they had a German plane fly over them at one stage, and just for giggles, the German pilot decided that he'd throw out his lunch onto the deck of the ship. Didn't fire any bullets or drop any bombs or anything like that on him. Just decided he'd throw his lunch away onto the ship, which my grandfather thought was pretty funny at the time. Or pretty funny now, actually. Probably not at the time. The other story is when he was on the HMS Musketeer. British M-class destroyer, as I said, and it's got 3 gun turrets on it. 2 up the front and 1 at the back. Anyway, he was on the 2nd gun turret up the front, B turret, and at 11 o'clock every hour, at the 11 o'clock every day, so 11 a.m. and 11 p.m, was shift changeover. And my grandfather was part of the convoy run that used to run between Britain and Russia, escorting the supply ships between the 2 countries. Anyway, they're up in the Arctic and it's very cold up there, rough seas, all the rest of it. And at 11 o'clock was shift changeover. Now, they were given a rum at 11 o'clock in the morning and 11 o'clock at night for shift changeover. Anyway, Grandad and his mates he served with that were in the turret had their rum, and they were all sitting around having a cigarette. Anyway, because my Grandad had just had his rum and he come on shift, just sort of waking up from having a sleep, had his rum and he was feeling a little bit cosy and a little bit warm and a little bit tired. So he ended up sort of falling asleep halfway through having his cigarette. Dropped the cigarette, which went down to the lower deck, which is where the ammunition was kept. Anyway, he's peered down and it's landed on a wad of ammunition. So he's pressed the buzzer, which tells the bloke downstairs to activate the lift. Anyway, the bloke downstairs had also fallen asleep. Everyone ran out of the gun turret except for my grandfather, who was there madly pressing on this button to get the bell ringing downstairs. Finally, the bloke wakes up downstairs, activates a lift, and my granddad picks up this now sparking wad of ammunition and throws it overboard. So he's very lucky not to blow his own ship up with that. Again, laughs about it now, probably not at the time though. So that covers the questions and like I said, the 150 subs. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, really enjoying getting back into this hobby and really enjoying everyone's videos, everyone's builds. Everyone has got their own style and technique and things like that, and I'm picking up bits and pieces here and there from all of yous. And yeah, having a lot of fun, and that's what this is all about anyway, isn't it? Alright guys, we'll catch you all a bit later. Keep building, have fun, and keep the dream alive. Alright, see yous.
Chanel.